What is going on, guys? Welcome back to MG Marine Tech. Today we are going to be talking about a topic that I never thought I would really have to talk about: scammers. Now, I see these things online all the time and I see way too many people falling victim to them. It's not really your fault. These scammers have become very good at what they do, and they're harder and harder to pick out of the crowd. The best way to prevent yourself from being scammed is buying from an authorized reseller like myself or one of the many others online. I know that's not always possible. People are trying to save as much money as possible. That is totally fine. I completely understand that, but you do have to realize that you're opening yourself up to the potential of falling victim to one of these scammers. What I'm going to do for you guys today is show you exactly how to prevent yourself from falling victim to one of these scammers. I'm going to show you guys some of the biggest red flags I see when you are looking at secondhand items. That's really where these scammers live. Let's dive into these screenshots. I'm going to show you guys the biggest red flags when dealing with scammers and how to prevent yourself from falling victim to them. So stay tuned and stick with me. All right, guys. So like I said, we're going to be looking at some screenshots here. Now, some things to keep in mind with these screenshots as these are all potential scams. And what I mean by that is there's no 100% way for me to verify that they are 100% scams. So that is why I have done my best to block out people's pictures and names in all of these screenshots. But a lot of these screenshots, as I'm going to show you guys here in just a second, have the trademark signs of being scammers. So let's pull these first ones up here and we'll go through them relatively quickly. But if you want, pause the video, look through them, and you will start to see that there are a lot of things that are common amongst all of them. First thing here is we have 3 different for sale ads on used items, and they're all on different various groups online. And you know what? At first glance, they all look very legit. They all have the correct looking product. They've got some descriptions, etc., etc. But when you start to pick them apart is where things start to go bad for these guys. This first one here, pretty good except for being a little wordy and whatnot. Second one here, first thing that stands out to me, and this is something a lot of scammers will do, is message me if interested. Right here, this message me if interested. Now, scammers want to get you out of the comments and into their inbox as quickly as possible. And you will see here in this third one, again, please send me a PM for inquiry. Again, that's not typically how somebody would talk online. Another red flag in this third screen is these use of these emojis and little different types of font. That's another big red flag there. If you guys see somebody trying to get you out of the comments section instantly and want you to direct message them, that's a big red flag right there. They should have no problems answering any questions in the comments. One, if somebody else has that same exact question, it's in the comments for it to be answered. That's exactly why they want to get you away, get you separated from everybody so that they can then take advantage of you. Now, the next thing you should do is when you see one of these things is go in and click right here. I have them all blacked out, but click on their names and it will bring up their profile in that group. And it will look something like this. Always look at the date that they joined this group. So as you can see, a lot of these are very recent. Today is August 27th that I am doing this video. And I've been saving these as I've been going along. So as soon as I see them, I snapshot them. That is red flag number 2, is if they are a new member. That's exactly why in one of the groups that I run, I say no for sale ads for somebody that isn't a member within like 60 or 90 days, and especially if they're not contributing to the group. So a lot of times these scammers will create a brand new profile, instantly put something up for sale, and then they'll have no history in the group of contributing, helping out others, etc. All of those are big red flags. So if you see a brand new member selling an item, be extremely cautious with a brand new member. I'm gonna go on to this next one. Again, it looks like a good ad, list everything out there. Number 1 red flag we talked about earlier, send me a direct message if interested right here. Now, clicking on the ad or the person's profile brings up this. And again, just joined the group, brand new member, no history in the group. And so you can actually go in and click on this person's actual Facebook profile, It brings up, what you can see. A lot of times it's very, very limited, not very many friends. One of the things you will see about the friends list, scammers oftentimes will have other scammers as their friends to make it look like they have an online presence. And a lot of times there'll be names that you can't read. They don't make sense. Another big red flag. So take a deep dive into these people. And that's exactly what I'm showing you here, is that this person, when I took these screenshots, they had just updated their profile pictures. One was 2 days ago and one was 16 hours ago. Another big red flag. These people are making these profiles very, very quickly and, oftentimes stealing people's images. I can tell you that the person here is the same person that is here. Obviously, I have their faces blocked out for privacy reasons. So everything will look legit in most cases. Now, I took a further dive into this person's profile picture, and under here, they had no history, nothing that they would share, which, whatever, that's fine. But they did this one little thing, this likes. And this right here, I have no idea what that is, but I clicked on it and it brought up this. And I further clicked on the map and it looks like it is in somewhere in India. Now, I'm not saying that this person couldn't like this thing. I have no idea what it is. It's in India. Most likely not a legit person, not a legit item for sale, and therefore I'm gonna put it in the scam list, or be extremely cautious when dealing with this person. That brings me on to our last and final one. This person, actually, you'll see here in a minute that I spent some time messaging with them because it's something else I like to do. Not only does it waste the scammer's time, but it also shows you that if you are educated on the product that you are buying and you know what the questions to ask, you can sniff out a scammer almost instantly. Looking at their picture, this person kept it very, very short and sweet. Available for sale, retails $800, selling for $550 shipped. Again, send me a direct message if interested. So red flag number one. So we click on their profile, brings up the profile picture. Again, you'll see I captured this picture 8/22/23. This person joined this group 8/21. So it's not even a day old. What you don't see down here is their group history. So within the first day that they were on this page, they had 2 different for sale items. One was a Lowrance product, and this is a Garmin Fish Finder groups. So obviously they've been doing this and they're doing it in other groups. I messaged this person, and with my knowledge of Garmin's, I know quite a bit about them, and I know what they do produce and what they don't produce. And so you'll see in here, I asked them right away if it's compatible with an HT43 transducer. Obviously Garmin doesn't make one. And they informed me that it is compatible with this 43 transducer. And I continue to go on and ask them questions that I know the answers to, and they continue to answer me back with the wrong answers. Just completely solidifies and verifies that this person is a scammer. So I'll slide through these. You guys can feel free, screenshot these or look at them, and it's kind of funny. Now, there's something else that I will point out is in these, in this conversation, I asked this person where they were located, got that location, and I found a city that was close to them so that I could, in theory, pick this item up. I told them that I was close to them, I could pick it up, and wouldn't you know, they came up with an excuse. That's another huge red flag, is if they say they are close to you or close to them, they'll never meet, because obviously they don't have the product. There you go. Those are some of the biggest red flags when dealing with scammers and online profiles. Real quick, let's run through them again. Some of the things you should do when purchasing online. Number one, check out the ad description. If it's really wordy or they're trying to get you into their inbox, they want you to message them right away. Red flag number one. Next thing you should be doing is checking their profile picture, checking their history in whatever group you're in to see if one, they're contributing, and two, how long they've been a part of it. Definitely red flag if they are a brand new member to that group and just posting items for sale instantly. That is one of the biggest red flags that I see all of the time. Now, number three, what you should do is if you are not convinced at that point, is take a deep dive into that person's profile. Look at their friends list, look at their picture history when they've updated pictures, because oftentimes they'll create these profiles very, very quick, changing both their profile picture and their background picture within the same day, couple of days, couple of hours, whatever it may be. Another good clue, look at their interest. Really take a dive into these people and make sure things that they are saying are legit. Now, the final thing that you can do is know the product. If you know the product, you know what questions you can ask to trick these people, because oftentimes they do not know the product. So you can throw them these fake questions and get these fake answers, and right away it's going to show you that they are a scammer. Now, if you've gone through all of this stuff and you're fairly convinced that they are not a scammer and you want to further go on with the process of purchasing from them, what can you do? Well, number one is, if you can meet in person, meet in person. A scammer is not going to meet in person. Number two is use services that have buying protection, such as PayPal Goods and Service. Now, if you buy through PayPal Goods and Service, you give them your money, no product shows up, etc., you can file a claim with PayPal, and chances are you are going to get your money back. Oftentimes, scammers are going to reject the use of PayPal Goods and Service because they don't want to use the fees or they don't know how to use it. They'll come up with some kind of excuse. I always tell people, if you're going to buy with PayPal Goods and Service and they don't want to pay for the fees, either split the fees with them or offer to add an additional, I think, 3% to cover the fees. That way they get all the money that they are asking for. You're covered as a buyer, they're covered as a seller. PayPal Goods and Service, never use PayPal Friends and Family. There is no seller protection or buyer protection with PayPal Friends and Family. That is just as it sounds, for friends and family. Obviously, like I said in the very, very beginning of this video, if you want to avoid scammers altogether, deal with an authorized reseller like myself or one of the many others on these groups, online, on the stores, etc. Not only are you guys going to get brand new equipment, but you're also going to get warranties, and most of us are going to offer service and help beyond the sale, which is absolutely critical. There you guys have it. That is my breakdown, how to spot scammers. Hopefully it prevents you guys from getting scammed in the future. It's happened way, way too many times. Again, thank you guys for being a part of this channel and watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and stay tuned for more tips and tricks on MG Marine Tech.